Peace, Hotep, and much love, family. Sending you much love from the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago. Well, Trinidad to be more specific. So first up, I apologize for not uploading a clip in the past couple of weeks. Basically, I've been out of the country for a few weeks, and I had not anticipated the I don't want to say the slow internet, but for lack of a better term, the slow internet. So it was kind of difficult to film and upload clips. And actually, I'm going to use that as a segue, because today's topic, what we're going to be addressing, is contrast, positive and negatives, the purpose, the value of negatives. So like I like to start, I intend that the words of my mouth be not of myself, but let it be guided by the Spirit that is me and that is within me. And contrast, I find it's very fitting because while I've been here, there's been a lot of ups and downs that I've gone through, and that's actually what's compelling me to say, you know what, let me just create a short little clip just to enlighten the people about contrast. So when I say contrast, it's because I don't necessarily want to refer to anything as negative, like a bad situation. But for in basic terms, when we're discussing contrast, we're talking about a bad situation. We're talking about something negative happening. Now, why do we perceive things as positive and negative, and why do they happen? First, going back to what something I had explained in one of the earlier videos, is that when you came into physical being on this planet, you actually came to evolve. You came to grow spiritually. You can't grow in comfort. You grow in discomfort, funny enough. So the contrast that's on this planet is actually a blessing for you. You actually came to the planet Earth to be in this contrast, to go through these so-called negative circumstances, because it gives you an opportunity to grow from it. Now, what ends up happening to a lot of us is because we're not aware. One, we're not aware of our inner ability to make things happen and to basically succeed out of or to overcome every quote-unquote negative circumstance. We have a tendency of worrying. We have a tendency of getting scared. We have a tendency of doubting. We have a tendency of getting upset. And all these negative frequencies are counterproductive, because your spirit, who you actually are, what you actually are, draws in contrast, draws in what we consider a negative circumstance for us to be able to grow from it. So when you're actually going through something that is not what you would consider a bad circumstance, a bad scenario, if you're able in the moment to actually take a step back from the scenario and tell yourself, you know what, everything happens for a reason, and this will pass, and I'm going to grow and learn something from it. And you could relax in that, and really, when I say relax in it, I don't mean just tell yourself that, but in the back of your mind, you're like, yo, you're spazzing out, you're losing it. I mean, really grow from it, let it go, take a nap if you have to, do something that you enjoy, play with your children, watch a funny video, whatever you have to do to pretty much take your mind off of what is currently in your peripheral, currently what's happening to you that you're finding unenjoyable. If you're able to accept the fact that it's actually something that's going to make you grow, it will. And that's what it's actually for. Like, we want to go through these circumstances. We draw them into our experience just so that we could learn and we could grow from them. So I'm not gonna dive super deep. There's not really much to say from it, but I do want you to take a moment to consider that as a possibility. I know you might be like, yo, Pharaoh, that's so easier said than done, and I'm there with you 100%, because even when I go through my circumstances, as conscious as I am, I still have to remind myself constantly, like, yo, bro, you're going through this for a reason, and it too will pass. Because the other thing too is, like, if you think about what's worry, right? Worry is because you actually don't know what the outcome of a scenario is going to be, but you're expecting the worst, so you worry. But now picture you don't know what the outcome of a scenario is, but instead of worrying, you looked at it as a positive. You will feel a lot better in the circumstance, you know. And it's just knowing that regardless, whether it be a negative circumstance that you don't know what the outcome is going to be, if you tell yourself whatever it's going to be, you're going to deal, and you're going to come and you're going to learn from it, you're going to grow from it, and you're just going to deal with it. I could guarantee you that as you go through the circumstance, your inner being is going to kick in, you're going to grow, you're going to learn from it, and you're going to grow from it, and it's going to be an exceptional experience. All right. And so with that, like, I just want to send you that love, send you that light, and just have you just keep it in the back of your mind that every negative experience that you go through, it's an opportunity for you to grow from it. Your spirit wants it, and you will evolve from it. And you know, there's something else just very quickly that I want you to consider, is that to the level of your contrast is also how do I explain this? I intend to explain this in the best way. I'll break it down. It's very simple. If you're going through, let's say, a small scenario, again, a small negative scenario, once you overcome it, you're going to achieve a small reward. You go through what you would consider a big negative. When you come out of that, it's going to be a big reward. When you're going through something that has your back against the wall, your head is hurting, you're crying, you can't sleep, but then you could actually get a hold of it and say, you know what, I'm going to overcome this successfully. Yo, brothers and sisters, when I tell you, when you ride off of that, it's going to be huge. Okay, so take it from me. I've been through it. I'm living it. Right now I'm enjoying my best life, but I've been through some very, very what we consider negative experiences, and I've grown from them, and I'm grateful for them. I look back at them and I'm grateful, because I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for some of the quote unquote negative experiences I've been through in the past. So with that, I want to send you guys love, light, super strength, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day. It's your boy Pharaoh Freeman, sending you peace and love. Hotel.